Hello guys, so today I'm here to talk about this new Mink coronavirus. Apparently it's something new. So you know, minks, they are these mammals, these animals people use to make fur coats and jackets. I mean, actually, I've never agreed too much with that because I mean, today we have synthetic materials to make clothing. You know, we have synthetical leather, synthetical fur. So, at least for me, when someone buys this kind of product, they are not buying these coats because they want something to protect them from the cold. They are buying it because they want to tell people that they have some clothes that are made out of mink. So anyway, what does this mink animal has to do with coronavirus? So basically, many mammals, many animals, they have coronavirus. Not exactly our coronavirus, I mean COVID-19 coronavirus, but they have it. They have their own kinds. I mean, the name coronavirus, this name comes from the fact that if you look the coronavirus, the microscope, you know those spikes around the coronavirus, it looks like a crown when you look from the microscope. And crown in Latin, you say corona. That's why they gave this name. But anyway, this virus exists in many mammals, dogs, cats, bats. But now that it's being transmitted from human to human, it's something new, something that hasn't happened before. Anyway, so this animal, this mink, the scientists, they have been saying that it was a ticking bomb, you know, because these animals, they have, let's say, it's kind of easier for them to get coronavirus. I mean, each animal can get some kind of disease. This animal can get the flu, that animal can get corona. In this specific animal, it seems that the scientists, they were already expecting that this mammal would get coronavirus. So basically what happened was the authorities in Denmark, the Danish authorities, said that apparently our COVID-19 coronavirus got into these animals. It had a mutation and then it came back to humans. And apparently 7 people have been affected. So the Danish government decided to kill all of them, all of the animals. Something like 15 or 17 million minks will be killed or are already being killed, I think. I saw some images on the internet. Actually, I even find the images kind of heartbreaking, you know. I mean, I understand. They are killing these animals so the thing doesn't spread, but it's kind of heartbreaking seeing all those animals being taken. And it seems also the industry, this fur industry, will feel it. It will be a big hit. I mean, I don't agree with this industry in the first place, but maybe they banish it. I know people have to work and they make money out of this, but I think this kind of industry should not exist. There are other ways of making coats for people. And I also think that if people buy this, they are the ones who are making the industry exist, right? But so they are killing all these animals. Now, just today, I saw this news. Apparently 6 countries notified that they have found the new coronavirus in minks. So I don't know if all the countries are going to do the same, are going to kill all the animals. And is that important, this mink coronavirus? Is that dangerous? So, you know, the people talk a lot about vaccination these days, to develop a new vaccine for the new coronavirus. And there are many ways of developing vaccines. Sometimes they put the dead virus into into your system, so your immunologic system will identify the virus and will learn about it. I think the memory T cells, I'm not an immunologist or anything, I just remember a little bit from school. Anyway, basically your immunologic system will remember the virus. Or you also can put the genetic material, the virus's genetic material by itself, in a way that it will not reproduce, but you kind of put it in your system, in your blood, and then your immunologic system will identify it and memorize it. Or, you know, remember those spikes that make the virus look like a crown that I said? Those little spikes around the virus, those are made of proteins. And it seems like one of the vaccines they think about developing is actually putting those proteins, just taking them out of the virus, putting them in your blood, and then your system will learn about it and you'll be immune. But the problem is this specific mutation in these animals, these minks, I mean, viruses, they mutate all the time. There are many different mutations of coronavirus. It's a chaotic process in your body. You know, when the virus is there, they're reproducing, something happens in your cell when it's reproducing, and then it produces a different kind, slightly different kind of virus. And these mutations happen a lot. I mean, like the flu vaccine. Every year you have to take the vaccine. At least here in Brazil, you take it every year because the virus changes. So, but why this specific change is dangerous? Apparently, the mutation that happens in these minks changes these proteins. So these proteins, these spikes, they are the ones that stick to your cell, open it, and then the virus can throw the genetic material into your cells. And so if the antibodies in your immune system bind to these proteins, they can they can prevent it from, prevent the proteins from sticking to your cell and opening it. And at the same time, they can mark, sticking to the proteins, they can mark that virus so the immune system can send one of those cells that are there to kill invaders, right? So, but now that these proteins are changing, maybe the vaccines will have to adapt. Maybe I'm saying maybe they are still studying it. Maybe the scientists will have to start from scratch, right? And also, it seems like another problem is that it reduces. I don't know. It has to do again with the fact that the proteins are different from the original ones in the COVID-19 virus. But basically, as far as I've seen, it reduces the potential of your body creating antibodies, and the antibodies, they are important to kill the virus. So I understand that it's a contingency killing these animals. It's heartbreaking at the same time seeing that, but you know, it's like like they kill these animals for not for. I don't believe that the fur industry is could be called a good reason for killing those animals. I don't agree with that, but those animals would already been killed. They would be killed anyway. But now they are all be killed at the same time. I mean, I don't think this will create an extinction, but if this industry wasn't doing this in the first place, we wouldn't have the problem in the first place. So yeah, let's get animals from the wild, animals that have a lot of diseases, and let's put them into farms. Yeah, what could happen, right? In the middle, even in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, cats and dogs, they also get disease, right? We have to vaccinate them. I vaccinate all my pets, dogs and cats and all that. And I don't know, do they vaccinate all these animals, these minks too? what about the specific disease these animals get, all that. I mean, we should be careful of taking wildlife. For example, I don't like squirrels. Squirrels can have rabies, right? And then we see them in parks and all those places, but you never know. So taking wildlife and using it without responsibility is dangerous. And also, there's such a polemic subject, killing all these animals because of that. What if suddenly we discover that the dogs represent, or the cats represent, a threat? Because what if this that's happening now to the minks happen to dogs and cats? Would we have to kill all of them? And so it's hard to form an opinion. I kind of agree that they should do something. I kind of feel sorry for all those animals. I kind of try to say to myself that those animals would die anyway, and at the same time I don't agree with this industry. So yeah, I mean, even Denmark now is having lockdown in the parts of the country where they have these farms. It's in the United Kingdom made some restrictions. If you are coming from Denmark to the United Kingdom, you have to stay 14 days in quarantine. All that is being made now. We don't have much information yet. I think the World Health Organization published something on Twitter talking about this mink coronavirus, and let's see the next days. Let's see what they have to say about it. But that's the information we have by now. So apparently these things mutated in these animals. They are killing all of them. 6 countries already reported to have cases of in these animals. Denmark is in Denmark is in like a lockdown, and at least as far as I've seen, the UK have these restrictions now about people coming from Denmark. So let's see if we have more information by the days. I think this news will be very popular in the next week maybe. A few people are that's like nobody's talking about it. Like everybody's talking about the American election and other things, but nobody's talking about it. So I think after all this thing about the election settles down, people will start to talk about that. So I think you should be prepared for seeing it everywhere. This new coronavirus. People even are calling it COVID-20, like a nickname. The new coronavirus. I mean, the COVID-19 coronavirus was already the new coronavirus before they found a name for it, SARS-CoV-2. But what about now? People are calling it COVID-20. I hope we don't have a COVID-20. I hope this thing gets controlled, because now we kind of know that it's happening. We know everybody's in lockdown. European countries started lockdowns these last few days. So that's it, guys. I'm kind of worried about this, but at the same time I think that this thing will be controlled. And that's the video. So don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, notifications too. So if you like my video, like my video. If you don't like my video, tell me why you didn't like my video. So that's it, guys. Bye.